Hey, what is going on, guys? This is ZK, and welcome to a video here on Malibu Drive: Age of Apocalypse. Now, this is the zombies map that I've been working on since Cheese Cube Unlimited. This is the sequel to that map, and we'll talk a bit more about the story in a little bit. This video, oh, I should mention, this picture you see is just a quick little thing that I put together very fast. This is not the picture that will be in the map. I know it looks bad, so just ignore the picture. I just needed a title image, okay? Anyway, we're going to be going through a slideshow of different pictures of the map, and I'm going to talk about different features, some of the main things about the map, the different playable areas, just some pictures of the map, and some of the characters you'll be able to play as. We'll talk about different things in the map, but I don't want to talk about too much as to give it away for future trailers that I'll be making. But yeah, I've been working hard on the map so far. It's going really well, so without further ado, let's take a look at some of the pictures of the map. So first thing you're going to see here is Tony Stark's mansion. As you can see, it is Tony Stark's mansion, Avengers themed map. So here's the mansion. You know, you got kind of a driveway. Excuse me, I have a cold. And here's the bedroom that you appear in at the end of Cheese Cube Unlimited. We'll take a closer look at that later. And we do have the Helicarrier up here, as you can see. And the Helicarrier has a very special feature that we'll talk about later. It is playable. You can go up there. So just put that out. Here's another picture, a helicopter pad. You got a tennis court. So it's a very big map, and you'll see the other parts of it here in a little bit. Here's further down the driveway. The house is up here. There's Helicarrier, as you can see. So not very much I should stress the fact, guys, that there's not a whole lot of detail going on yet. You can see I've got a little bit of detail, but it's not up to par. I'm going to be doing my best to provide you guys with a realistic looking map. But as of now, it looks like a video game, so we're going to fix that later, don't worry. Malibu Drive is going to have two different game modes. Okay, the first game mode is going to be, for now, I'll just call it Avengers Assemble. Okay, and what that's going to be is you play as the 8 Avengers. And I'm going to include the Avengers from the new movie, Age of Ultron, coming out this spring. But I will talk more about characters later. The second game mode is going to be called Agents of S.HIELD, and that is where you get to be Agents of S.HIELD. And both game modes will have two unique, different Easter eggs that you guys can complete with different characters and different things to unlock and different areas of the map to unlock and explore. So it's going to be really cool. Here's down at the end of the driveway, here's a highway that leads through the mountain, and there's actually something on the other side of the mountain which we'll talk about later, but just another pic of the map. Again, not a whole lot of detailing yet, but that's going to be done better later on. Again, this is very early on in development. And here's another picture of the house. But anyway, let's get done with the house, and let's talk about a little bit more on the inside of the house. Here's the room of Tony Stark's room at the end of Cheese Cube Unlimited. It's got a little bit of an update, you know, of like a much better textures and things like that. Not World at War textures. And especially this TV. I really love his taste and what he likes to watch. Isn't that amazing? Yeah, not really. But he does have a lot of cash, so he's got that going for him. But yeah, this is where you're going to start as player 1, and the other 3 players will start somewhere else, and that will be the beginning of the Easter egg, which will be kind of interesting. Something kind of like Verrucht, where you're separated and you have to reunite. So anyway, but we'll talk more about that later, maybe, if I feel like it. Here's Tony Stark's basement. The basement of Malibu Drive. It's got what I call over here the Magnificent 7, which are his 7 armors that are not part of the Iron Legion. For those of you guys who don't know, the Iron Legion is the new armors 8 through 42, marks 8 through 42, that appear in the Iron Man 3 movie, and they're actually the armors that can be controlled by Jarvis. These 7 cannot, but you'll be able to play as all 7 of these, as well as the Iron Legion armors, which are right here. And this is actually inside of that, straight down. You end up with this. Again, not a whole lot of detailing here yet, but you can see there's going to be lots of armors for you to pick from. I don't know if you'll be able to play as every single one of these, but I'm going to do my best to put in as much as I can for the armors. And for those of you guys who think that these armors are going to be a copy and paste from Cheese Cube Unlimited, they will not be. Each armor is going to be basically redone, remastered, little glitches or bugs fixed, and there's going to be some new things added to the armors. As well as with these armors, you're going to have tons of new features that have kind of inspired me from Advanced Warfare. But anyway, we'll talk about that. Actually, no, probably won't talk about that too much because I haven't done a whole lot with these armors yet. Yeah, so let's move on. Here's the inside of the house. This is the main floor, actually, one of 4 floors in the Malibu house. Again, you can't see the whole floor because the house is very, very massive. So this is just kind of the main area. Here, the stairs behind this couch lead down into his basement, and upstairs lead to the next floor. This is Tony Stark's best friend. No, just kidding. He's just there for sizing comparison. There's a bar over here and stuff like that. In this picture, okay, here's the back of the house. This entire picture right here, this entire area, except for over here, is taken from in here. So you can see there's a lot more of the house to explore. Upper floors over here get pretty fun to mess around in. But yeah, here's another picture, and here's the beach. You'll be able to come down to the beach, looking up at the house. So that's kind of cool. You'll be able to go a little ways into the water as well. Here's how you actually get down to the beach. You've got a nice little staircase here going down. Again, guys, I'm just showing you pictures of the map right now. We'll get into characters you play as and other features later on as we go. So here is the SHIELD Helicarrier. This is a picture from Radiant, the map editor. And we're looking at this to give you guys a size comparison of how big this is compared to the player that you play as. Your player is about as tall as this fence is right here. So now that you know that, this is actually a very large area, especially considering you can go inside the helicarrier and explore all kinds of different rooms and functions. Here's the inside of the main room so far. Again, not a lot of detailing or anything like that, because again, it's very early on in development. There's a lot to this map. But yeah, you got stairs here. You got up here will be turrets and stuff, so you can shoot down at the Malibu house and everything, kill zombies that your friends are shooting, whatever. You know, if you're going to play co-op. Over here is a door. This door will lead out to other rooms of the helicarrier, which will be kind of cool. So one thing that I should mention about the helicarrier, I know you've already seen this picture, but here's my point. The helicarrier, it's not just this thing floating in the sky that doesn't move. Okay? Did you hear that? It does not move still, or it doesn't stay still, sorry. The helicarrier is actually one of the first things in Custom Zombies to be fully dynamic, in the sense that an entire mass of the playable area moves. This helicarrier, as you can see, is right here, but if you come up to the command center and you want it to move and you hit the button, the helicarrier actually moves to another section of the map. And so far in testing, I know some of you more experienced mappers may say, hey, wait a second here, wasn't there collision issues with that if you're in the helicarrier and it's moving once you get stuck in walls? At this point, I have not had issues with that after changing a few things in the scripts and how it moves and stuff. I've been able to figure out how to get the players can move around in it while it's moving from location to location. We'll see about how zombies will work or how the full functionality of that will work, but as of now, the entire helicarrier can move to different areas of the map, which will be really, really cool, in my opinion. So here's from the back of the house. You can see that it's moved over Tony Stark's whole yard. So that's kind of cool. The third playable area in this map is the city, and here's the tunnel that I showed you earlier that leads through the mountain, and on the other side is the city. We've got some kind of interesting vehicles here. I guess they're not that interesting right now. Again, not a whole lot of detail, but very early on. Here's a warning sign. Here's a little bit better shot of the city. We'll move into the city here in a second. You got yeah, all kinds of different stuff. A lot of buildings. Here's a gas station in the city. There's going to be funny signs all over the place, funny things going on. Like here you can see we have the Clam, which is just a ripoff of the Shell gas station, if you guys have heard of that, and the different gas prices that are outrageous. And you got funny signs about things they're trying to sell. I don't know if you can read it or not. And then a Chuck Norris semi-trailer. So there's going to be some funny things around with this map. Again, not a whole lot of detail yet. Still working on that. So, but I'm just trying to show you the basic elements of the map. Here's inside the gas station right now. One of the things that's going to be interesting about this city, as opposed to other games even, is that they may put tons of buildings everywhere, but you can't go into the buildings. And if you do go into them, the detail's poor, there's not much in there, and stuff like that. What I'm going to do is every building that the player can get to, you'll be able to go into and go up all the floors to the top of the building and run around on the roof if you want to. So it's going to be a very detailed town. It's going to have lots of stuff As you can see here, this is kind of a gas station, grocery store, basic parts thing. You can buy a nuclear bomb for 50% off if you want to. And then weapons over here, which will be a way that you can get weapons as you go to the stores and you can buy the weapons, or maybe you'll find them laying around the map or things like that. They're not just going to be chalk outlines on the wall like in previous maps. And then, of course, I'm going to be doing my best to do funny things with store items, like over here. You can't read this at all, I know, but there are funny cereal boxes over here and different things like that of rip-offs of real cereals. So it's going to be kind of interesting. I hope you guys will enjoy the open buildings and the open world kind of feel in this map, but this is going to open up a lot of doors for the Easter egg to have such a wide playable area and all kinds of things to do and discover. Here's another shot of the inside of the city. This is kind of right in the center of the playable part of the city. Again, just a lot of stuff going on here with the cars. You'll be able to go into this building, this building, this building, this building. These are not playable, obviously, they're too far away. So, yeah, it'll be really cool. I think you guys will really enjoy hopping into one of these buildings and going up 20 stories to the top. So, as of now, I haven't hit any mapping issues yet, but hopefully not, and I can get my full plans out for these buildings. And if I can, I'll open up more buildings too than I originally planned, like these, for example, or something like that. Alright, so on to the playable characters of the map. There are 8 Avengers characters to play during the Avengers Assembled game mode. Here's a picture of first-person view of Hawkeye. Here's his bow. Hawkeye's bow is going to have 3 different types of arrows to shoot. I won't say what arrows you can shoot, like what those types are right now, but you'll be able to see that in trailers and stuff. 3 types of arrows. You can switch between them anytime and shoot them. They'll have their functionalities. They'll have... I should mention that the characters you play as are going to be important throughout the Easter egg, because only certain characters can access certain parts of the map, or only certain characters can unlock certain parts of the map, things like that. So it's going to be kind of cool. You have a badge up here that will tell you which character you're playing as. So here you have Agent Clint Barton, aka Hawkeye. So you got his bow. Yeah. So that's it for Hawkeye. I'm not just going to show you all the characters. Here's Thor. You've got the hammer shooting lightning. There's tons more you can do with the hammer, but I won't go into that. I just took a quick picture here because I thought the lightning looks really cool. So yeah, here's his badge. So Thor is going to be a very heavy asset for the Avengers in this map. And here's a shot from Captain America while he is meleeing, like in the middle of meleeing a zombie. This is what it looks like. Now, don't worry about the shield taking up your entire field of view. Some of you may be thinking that right now. The shield is actually more down here, like so, when you're actually walking around or something. So this is just in the middle of a melee when he's smacking a zombie with the butt of the shield. The other playable characters in this map are, of course, Tony Stark, who will be able to use the Iron Man suits. The only one who can use the Iron Man suits in the Avengers Assembled mode. Unless I decide to put Rhodey in the map. We'll see about that. But anyway, so Tony Stark, you have Captain America, Thor, Hawkeye, you have Black Widow, and I'm not going to tell you about the features of these players for now. You have, what's his name? Who's Hulk? What's his secret identity? I can't think of it right now. Anyway, you have Bruce Banner. There we go. You have Hulk and Bruce Banner, who are actually one character, and you switch between them whenever you feel like it. Obviously, Hulk can't use firearms or weapons or anything like that. That's where the Bruce Banner comes in. But Bruce Banner doesn't have as much health or the awesome fist fighting that Hulk does, the awesome melee fighting. So that'll be cool to have Hulk in there with 2 different personalities. Let's see, who else is there? I think that's it. Okay, so that's the 6 original Avengers. And then I'm adding in from Age of Ultron, as I mentioned before, you're going to have Quicksilver, who will have super speed. And yes, I have... already scripted that, and it's massively fun to super speed around this map, and you'll see that in the trailer. But Quicksilver will have super speed, and then you have Scarlet Witch, and she'll be in there too. Not quite sure exactly how her powers are going to work quite yet, but she will be in the map and have her pluses and positives and negatives for playing as her too. All the characters have positives and negatives for playing as each one of them, which you'll get, if you have a 4-player game going. It'll be fun to switch characters, or even if you're playing solo, to play as all the characters and do all the different things. It'll be a lot of fun, I think. So I'm really looking forward to that aspect of the map. So, thank you guys very much for watching. This has been a little slideshow and update on Malibu Drive. I've been pretty quiet about it lately. And I'm sorry for that, but there wasn't a whole lot to show until I was ready for this video, and I could show you some nice shots of the map, the different areas, different characters, things like that. And there's so much that I have planned that I'm not saying in this video because I want you guys to be surprised and excited for future trailers coming up. In terms of release date, this map will definitely not be released until at least 2015. I'm hoping to release it in, let's say, around March of 2015, but my ultimate goal would be to release it before the Avengers Age of Ultron movie comes out. But I know that may seem like a long time from now, guys. I'm really sorry about that, but I want to take my time with this map, do a good job, make it as big as possible, and with as much stuff to do as possible, and just go all out on this Easter egg that I've got big plans for in terms of story and objectives and everything you got to do and what characters do what and all that kind of stuff. If you can't tell, I'm really excited about this map, and I hope you guys are too. So let me know in the comments section what you guys think. If you have questions or stuff, I'll be happy to answer them. I'll try to get back to you. If I can't, though, I mean, I'm not going to guarantee I'll respond to every single thing, but I'll try to take a look at the comments a couple times a day and respond to them. So thank you guys again very much for watching, and stay tuned for future updates of Malibu Drive and my other videos, which in terms of gameplay and tutorials. So thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll see you on my next video. This is ZK, signing off.